Enthusiasm or pleasant? मेरी बात changes कर लो। हाँ सब लोग। Shall we start? Can you please यार अपनी position पे हो फराज सर करें start. Start.
Success is going from failure to failure without a loss of enthusiasm. Well said by Winston Churchill. Good evening to everyone present here. With the anxiousness and zeal in the hall being apparent, we have finally arrived at the closing ceremony of EPS MUN Chapter 4. We hope making use of this opportunity. All the participants have created beautiful and unforgettable memories and take with them the valuable experiences and leveled up skills gained over the last 2 days of the conference. The exposure to this pleasant and academic environment has raised confidence, communication skills, collaborative skills, critical thinking skills, and creativity in all the participants, which we hope will prove useful throughout their careers. Now, we would like to call upon our respected principal, Dr. Faraz Ahmed, to share with us a few words of wisdom and his thoughts on the conference.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. A very good evening to each and everyone present here. Respected chief guest, teachers from various schools, and my dear students, delegates, EB members, and OCs. If you remember, yesterday in the opening session, we discussed about skills. And I hope that there's a much difference between yesterday and today. I'm sure you're going back home with a lot of learning, a lot of experience, which you will never forget. This was EPS MUN Chapter 4. Hopefully, EPS MUN Chapter 5 will be much bigger, much grand. This year, around 13 different schools participated, along with 9 different college and universities for this MUN. Please clap for them. Thank you. Winning and losing, you all know, is equally important. Sometimes we learn by winning, sometimes we learn by losing. And I'm sure the one who deserves will be awarded today. Don't get disheartened. Go home with a pride that you attended the MUN, you participated, you gave your best. Jazakallah khair. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Faraz sir. Now, we would like to call upon our esteemed chief guest, Colonel Irfan Ahmed Khan, who has served for 34 years in the Army. He has served in the technical field of the Army. After the retirement, he has served as Chief General Manager at Franklin Institute of Air Hostess. He was even a member of Quality Council of India during the Skill India program. At present, he is serving at Rajiv Gandhi Pradyogik Vishwavidyalaya. Sir, please.
We would also like to call Faraz sir to please hand over the memento to our chief guest.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening, everyone. The first time now I have seen this EPS, I am surprised that such a nice place is still exists in Bhopal. Earlier I used to think it is only in Hyderabad, but it is a very, for me, it's an honor. They have called me because मेरे को बहुत पहले बहुत मौके मिले to motivate the boys to join the Indian Army. I have tried my best. After serving 34 years of the army, in civil field also, I have done little bit whatever I could do, whatever I can contribute to the society. So it is on the occasion of here this closing ceremony. I will speak little later, but I think the first student should perform. And at the last, I'll tell you something, how to make a future very nice. For this, after this, completing your education here in this institution, what you should do, how you should plan ahead. First, I will quote Abdul Kalam. If you believe that you are right, still people will criticize you, hurt you, shout at you. So please don't bother. Just remember that in every game, only audience makes noises, not the players. So be players, believe in yourself, and do the best in life. Civil field का तो मैं बहुत कम I'll tell you, but I'll tell you about the army. Army gives you all kind of platforms where you can perform whatever you wish to do. आप सबसे पहले अपने आप को पहचानिए. आप सबसे पहले अपने अंदर की इच्छाओं को पहचानिए. विश, उसके रास्ते क्या है उस विश को कंप्लीट करने के लिए. व्हाट आर द वेज टू कंप्लीट दैट विश. इंटरेस्ट, whatever the you're feeling. किसी के कहने से, किसी के प्रेशर डालने से जब तक आपके अंदर से वो चीज नहीं आएगी, आप नहीं कर पाओगे. आज की जनरेशन को इतना ज्यादा ज्ञान मोबाइल ने दे दिया है, व्हाट्सएप ने दे दिया है कि वो किसी को सुन नहीं सकता. लेकिन आज तुमको मुझे सुनना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज टुडे इज द सीनियर सिटीजन डे. सबसे पहले आई विल टेल यू दी फर्स्ट, रिस्पेक्ट योर इंस्टीट्यूशन वेयर एवर यू आर. The moment you come out from your home, certainly you are respecting your parents very well. There is no doubt. Everyone has to do it. And the moment you come out from your home, respect your institution wherever you are studying. If you respect, everybody will respect you. Respect your teachers. Listen to them. Take the guidance whatever you can take. उसमें तुमको जो अच्छा लग रहा है और जो आपकी इच्छाओं से कनेक्टेड है, उसको लीजिए और उस उद्देश्य को पूरा करने के लिए वो हमको जरा हिंदी का आती है, उस एम को, वट एवर द एम यू डिसाइड इन योर लाइफ, मस्ट स्ट्रगल फॉर इट till it is completed. Never leave in between whatever the aim you have made in your life. If you keep on trying, one day you will succeed. इसमें कोई दो मत नहीं है. Always ask yourself what you need to do, what you want to do. किसी और के कहने से, हम पहले भी कह चुके हैं कि वो चीज नहीं आएगी जब तक आप अपने दिल से नहीं पूछेंगे कि मुझको क्या करना है, क्या बनना है और मुझको लाइफ में क्या करना चाहिए, अपने लिए, अपने समाज के लिए, अपने देश के लिए. हमारे यहां फौज में कहा जाता है कि योर ओन ईज एंड कंफर्ट सबसे लास्ट में आता है. दी सेफ्टी, ऑनर, इट कम्स फर्स्ट ऑलवेज एंड एवरी टाइम ऑफ द कंट्री. The men you command, it comes next. Your own ease and comfort comes at last. ये सारी टीचिंग्स आज हमको तो बहुत ज्यादा खुशी है कि दिस इज इस्लामिक बेस्ड टीचिंग जो है यहाँ पर इस स्कूल में। ऐसा तो आपको मिलना बहुत मुश्किल है आज के टाइम में, इस एनवायरनमेंट में, इस पॉलिटिकल एनवायरनमेंट में जो फीलिंग्स देश में चल रही है, उसमें अगर आपको मॉडर्न एजुकेशन भी मिल रहा है और इस्लामिक बेस्ड टीचिंग मिल रही है, इससे अच्छी जगह नहीं हो सकती। तो आपने अपने इंस्टीट्यूशन का नाम ऊपर करने के लिए मेहनत करनी ही पड़ेगी, और कुछ बनने के लिए कंपटीशन का दौर है, उसके लिए मेहनत करनी ही पड़ेगी, उनके साथ साथ चलना ही पड़ेगा। ये नहीं कि हम बाद में कर लेंगे, पहले इसको जाने दो। वो पहले एक जमाना था कि भाई वो कछुए की चाल जो होती थी ना, कि वो बोलते थे कि भाई स्लो एंड स्टडी विन द रेस, वो वाला हिसाब किताब नहीं है आजकल। तो आपको साथ दौड़ना पड़ेगा, और गिर गए तो फिर उठ के दौड़ना पड़ेगा, सोने वाला रास्ता नहीं है अभी। मैं ज्यादा टाइम तो नहीं लेता आपका, लेकिन मैं आर्मी के बारे में जरूर बताऊंगा बेटे कि आर्मी गिव्स यू लॉट ऑफ प्लेटफॉर्म्स। आपको जो भी बनना है, जो भी करना है, आपको टेक्निकल में जाना है, आपको स्पोर्ट्स में जाना है, आपको म्यूजिक में जाना है, आपको फैशन में जाना है। आप सभी सोचते हैं कि फौज जो है सिर्फ लड़ने के लिए है, आर्मी सिर्फ लड़ने के लिए है, यही सोचते हैं। ऐसा नहीं है। आर्मी हैज गॉट लॉट ऑफ ब्रांचेस, आर्मी हैज गॉट लॉट ऑफ लॉजिस्टिक्स आर्म्स, सप्लाई है, ये टेक्निकल आर्म्स है, ऑर्डिनेंस है, आर्मर्ड है। अब सिर्फ आर्टिलरी और इन्फेंट्री लड़ती है, बाकी सब लॉजिस्टिक्स है और सपोर्ट्स है। और उसमें इंडिविजुअल जो, जब आपने आर्मी में, अब आज के टाइम में तो आर्मी में ये जरूरी नहीं कि बच्चों ने जाना है, अपना रिलीजन फॉलो करने की 100% छूट है, उसमें कोई किसी कीमत पे भी आपको ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं कर सकता। आपकी जो पर्सनल लाइफ है जितनी भी मिलती है, उसमें आप यू आर टोटली फ्री व्हाट यू विश टू डू। और प्लेटफॉर्म आजकल लड़कों के लिए, लड़कियों के लिए, सबके लिए सेम कर दिया गया है। आर्मी में अगर आप कमीशन सपोज समझते हैं, अगर आप जिस स्कूल में पढ़ रहे हैं, जिस स्कूल में, तो आई थिंक मतलब लॉट ऑफ बॉयज इफ दे अपीयर इन द कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम आफ्टर 12th दे विल क्लियर द रिटन एग्जामिनेशन। क्लियर करने के बाद इस हिंदुस्तान में 3 एसएसबी हैं, इलाहाबाद, भोपाल एंड बेंगलोर। आपके शहर में भी एसएसबी है, यहाँ इन्फेंट्री जो सुल्तानिया इन्फेंट्री लाइंस है, एसएसबी फेस करना पड़ती है। एग्जाम तो सभी बंदे पास कर लेते हैं, बट सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी है एसएसबी। एसएसबी में तुम्हारा नॉलेज उस टाइम नहीं चाहिए। एसएसबी में तुम में क्या क्वालिटीज है, तुम्हारी किस टाइप की सोल है, तुम्हारे बॉडी के अंदर कितनी इंटीग्रिटी है, कितनी ऑनेस्टी है, और कितना ओरिजिनलपन है, वो आपने प्रोड्यूस करना पड़ता है एसएसबी में। वो ये बोलते हैं कि हमको तो एक सिंपल सोल चाहिए, हम सब कुछ सिखा देंगे। इसलिए एसएसबी में अगर आपकी साइकोलॉजी सही है तो यू गेट थ्रू, एंड देयर आफ्टर दे डू इट एवरीथिंग। वंस यू आर सिलेक्टेड फॉर द फौज कमीशन ऑफिसर के लिए, देयर आर 5-6 एंट्रीज हैं आर्मी में कमीशन लेने के लिए। और आजकल तो व्हाट्सएप पे भी बहुत नॉलेज है। ज्वाइन इंडियन आर्मी अगर आप ऐप खोलते हैं तो उसमें सारे के सारे तरीके आ जाते हैं। और आज के टाइम में हमारी कम्युनिटी को फौज में जाना बहुत जरूरी है। आर्मी या जुडिशियरी, इन दोनों में जाना बहुत जरूरी है। आज आपके पास कितना ही पैसा हो, देयर इज नो वैल्यू। आप किसी और पद में कितने बड़े बिजनेसमैन हो, कहीं बाहर पढ़ोगे तो यहां तो रिकग्निशन मिलेगा नहीं। बट भाई अगर आप यहीं रह के कुछ कर सकते हैं तो इट इज बेटर टू डू फॉर योर ओन कंट्री एंड ओन सोसाइटी। आपने सबसे ज्यादा अपने ऊपर अपने हेल्थ का ध्यान रखना है। हेल्थ है तो आप सब कुछ करोगे। पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट जरूर करिए। पढ़ाई के साथ साथ जब तक पर्सनालिटी आपकी डेवलप नहीं होगी और खाली आप पढ़ाई किताबों में लगे रहेंगे तो वो काम नहीं आएगी। पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट हर जगह बहुत जरूरी है। आप क्या पहन रहे हैं, कैसे चल रहे हैं, क्या खा रहे हैं, क्या बात कर रहे हैं, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट। और बेटे मैं ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लूंगा, आई विल जस्ट say thanks to the Dr. Faraz and the all guests and all bachas, those who are going to perform. All the best.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words and time. Now, without further ado, let's move towards the most anticipated segment of our closing ceremony, which is the award distribution. I would request our respected senior school principal, Dr. Faraz Ahmed, our admin head, Sumer sir, and our chief guest to please come up on stage and present the awards to the heads of departments, executive boards, and secretariat members.
Now, I would like to call upon the distinguished member of the course secretariat to come up on the stage when their names and positions are announced to receive their well-deserved awards. First, I would like to call Secretary General Aksa Khan to the stage. Next, next, I would like to call Deputy Secretary General Alina Ali Khan to the stage. Now, I would like to call Director General Ayan Naseem to the stage. Next, I would like to call Deputy Director General Ayanul Hassan to the stage. And lastly, I would like to call Chief Advisor Zara Ibrahim to the stage. Thank you for your efforts.
Next, I would like to address the executive board members and request them to come up on stage when the names and committees are announced. Starting with the first committee, I would like to call upon the board members of United Nations Security Council to the stage. Chairperson of UNSC, Ms. Bushra Ahmed, and Vice Chairperson of UNSC, Mr. Hassan Naseem. Thank you so much. Next, I request the board members of United Nations Environment Program to come up on stage. Chairperson of UNEP, Ms. Garima Rajpal, and Vice Chairperson of UNEP, Ms. Zehra Ibrahim. Garima ma'am could not be here with us today. She had to leave early due to some prior commitments. So we would request the Vice Chairperson of UNEP to accept the memento on her behalf. Thank you so much. Now I request the executive members of Lok Sabha to come up on the stage. Speaker of Lok Sabha, Mr. Saksham Pandey, and Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha, Karan Hingorani. Thank you so much for your cooperation and support.
Next, I would like to call upon members of DISEC to stage. Chairperson, Mr. Rahul Menon, and Vice Chairperson, Ms. Umra Asad. Rahul Menon sir could not be here with us due to some prior commitments. He had to leave. We would request the Vice Chairperson of DISEC to accept the memento on behalf of.
Thank you so much.
Now, I call upon the board members of UNHRC on stage. Chairperson, Mr. Liston K. Stephen, and Vice Chairperson, Ms. Aisha Ahmed. Thank you for making this event a success. Next up, I would request the board members of Attack on Titan to come up on the stage. Chairperson, Ms. Iran Rain, and Vice Chairperson, Mr. Ali Javed. Thank you.
Now, I call upon the board members of International Press Journalism Department on stage, Chairperson Ms. Zainab Khan and Vice Chairperson Ms. Aksa Khan. Thank you so much. Next up, I request the board members of International Press Photography Department on stage, Chairperson Mr. Pulkit Gandher and Vice Chairperson Mr. Muhammad Adnan Khan. Thank you so much for your contribution and support.
I would now request the HODs to come up upon the stage when their names and departments are announced to receive their well-deserved awards after hours of arduous work. We would also request the OC members to come upon the stage as their names are called. First up, I would like to call our event manager, Mr. Pranjal Gupta, to the stage.
Guys, please have a huge round of applause.
Now, I call upon the head of the organizing committee, Syed Hamad Iqbal and Sadaf Hamid. Thank you, guys.
Next, I would like to call upon the head of EB Affairs, Zainab Siddiqui, to the stage. I would also call the organizing committee members of EB Affairs for their hard work and determination. The members of this department were Adil Khan, Akram Khan, Alhiza Farhat Khan, and Ronak Sadwana. Please come up on the stage. Guys, have a huge round of applause for them. Thank you so much. Now, I would like to call upon the head of Delegate Affairs, Madiha Arshad, to the stage. I would also like to call the members of Delegate Affairs, Junaid Ibrahim and Ahmed Umar Siddiqui. Thank you so much for your efforts. Now, I would like to call upon the head of Finance Department, Mohammad Faiz Khan, to the stage. I would also like to call the member of Finance Department, Yusuf Ali. Thank you so much.
Next, I would like to call upon the head of Dal Calling Department, Safa Taj, to the stage. I would also like to call the members of Dal Calling Department, Sayyid Hamad Ali, Sayyid Sufyan Ali, and Asimullah Khan. Guys, please have a huge round of applause for them.
Next, I would like to call upon the heads of Discipline Management Department, Usaid Umar and Aqil Bakhtiar Khan, to the stage. I would also like to call Saim Khan, the OC member of Discipline Management Department, for his support.
Now, I would like to call upon the head of marketing department, Umra Asad and Ayanul Hassan to the stage. I would like to call the OC member of marketing department, Faraz Khan and Ahadia Khan to the stage.
Guys, please have a huge round of applause for them.
Thank you, guys. Now, I would like to call upon the head of sponsorship, Heather Abbas, to the stage. Next, I would like to call upon the head of decoration department, Safa Taj, to the stage. I would also like to call the OC members of decor department, Bushra Shohel, Tazeen Sheikh, and Sara Shahab. Guys, please have a huge round of applause for them.
Now, I would like to call upon the head of design and content department, Mohammad Zohib Siddiqui, to the stage. I would also like to call Prakriti Malviya, the member of design and content department, for her support. Okay, Prakriti is not present here, so we'll move further. Now, I would like to call upon the head of legal and communication affairs, Ali Javed, to the stage. Thank you so much. Last, I would like to call upon the head of logistics department, Abdur Rahman and Yash Gudlani, to the stage. Yash is not present here with us. Thank you so much. Now, for the most anticipated segment of our... sir, you can... Okay. Yes. Thank you so much, sirs. नहीं यहाँ EVs आ जाएंगे ना EVs आएंगे Now, for the most anticipated segment of our closing ceremony, we reach the committee awards, where we showcase the valiant efforts portrayed by the most deserving delegates in the respective committees. Now, proceeding in the same order, I would like to address the executive board members to come up on stage when the names and committees are announced to award their most commendable delegates when called upon. First up, I request the board members of United Nations Security Council to take the stage. Chairperson, Ms. Bushra Ahmed, and Vice Chairperson, Mr. Hassan Naseem.
Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening to all the delegates and the OC members and the respected teachers. So we are here to present the award for the 2 day session we had. And I would just like to give a small reflection about the committee that we had 2 days reflection. We had 2 days of session and it was amazing. Being in a committee like UN Security Council, it is very difficult for first timers to cope up. But I must say the delegates we had were like keen on learning. It was the majority of the delegates were first timers, but they managed to cope up with the sessions. They managed to educate themselves a lot. And towards the end of the committee, we could see a difference from the first day they had, the experience they had. Of the second day, they were like, I can assure that all the delegates in the future committees will definitely rock. So thank you so much, delegates, for being amazing, and you did a great job. So a big round of applause for my delegates. And I would like to request my vice chair to please announce the appreciation and the awards.
All right, delegates. So starting with the verbal mention, I request the delegates whose name are being called upon to stand wherever they are. First is delegate of Norway, delegate of USA, delegate of Vietnam, and the delegate of Taiwan. Thank you, delegates. You may please seat. Now, starting with the special mention. The special mention goes to the delegate of Philippines, come on, delegates, cheer up. And delegates, in order to ensure the integrity and to not keep a false assumption of the highest reward possible to be given in a committee, we decided to make the highest award possible as the honorable mention in this committee. So in order to understand this, so that the delegates are aware what it takes to become the best delegate and how much time and effort they have to give in order to achieve that benchmark. So the highest award in the committee of United Nations Security Council is the High Commendation Award, and that goes to the delegate of Malaysia. Give a huge round of applause to the delegate of Malaysia. All right, thank you so much.
Wait. So before we proceed, I would like the chairs to please give us reflection about the event and the committees.
All right. So UNSC, basically, the whole committee was when we started this session. Most of them were first timers, and the delegates were keen to learn. That's the most positive part. So as soon as we started with the session, they started to catch up with the flow of the debate. And I'm sure that now that if they reflect back 2 days from now, they have attained certain skill sets that they will use in the committee for the rest of the MES that they will attend.
Anything else?
I think I have already given a short reflection about the committee before the, the session. So I think that would work. Thank you so much, delegates,
Okay.
for being amazing.
Thank you so much.
Next, I request board members of United Nations program to come up on the stage. Chairperson, Ms. Garima Rajpal, and Vice Chairperson, Ms. Zara Ibrahim.
So the very first thing, Garima ma'am had to leave because she had to be in other city. Before I start, please bear with my voice for 2 minutes. First of all, I would just like to thank all the delegates for coming here in EPS MUN and attending and making it a huge success. Secondly, I would like to thank the most underrated committee, but it has done a lot. And it has done from the beginning till the end, and that's the IP committee photographers. Can we have a huge round of applause for the IP committee, please? All right. Moving on to the awards. So we had junior mentions and verbal mentions because in my committee we had a lot of, we had 99% first timers. And looking that fact, we need to encourage those students who have done well and have shown improvement from the day one to day two. So we have junior mentions, and I would request you to please stand at your place. Japan, delegate of Thailand, delegate of Singapore, and delegate of Switzerland. All right, thank you so much. Coming on to the verbal mention, they are no in particular order. The delegate of New Zealand won because we had some double delegation. I would request you to please stand at your place. Delegate of Bulgaria and delegate of Sweden.
Please give a huge round of applause.
Thank you, delegates. Coming on to the awards, I would request you to please reach to the stage. Special mention goes to the delegate of Belgium. Thank you. Um, Moving on to the High Commendation Award, we have the delegate of Denmark. Any guesses for the best delegate? I would request France to please reach to the stage for the best delegate.
Thank you so much. Now, I call the board members of UNHRC, Chairperson Mr. Litson K. Stephen and Vice Chairperson Ms. Aisha Ahmed.
Hello. Thank you so much. Um, Good evening, everyone. So it was an honor being a part of EPS MUN and having attended so many conferences, one of the most organized quality conferences that I've seen in Bhopal. So cheers to the EPS management, to the entire secretariat of EPS MUN, that it was a very quality conference. And as me and my team members already said to the faculties out there, that having 150 delegates here was better than judging any conference which had more than 400 delegates, because the quality of the conference and the quality of the delegates was at par, and at times more than what we have seen at conferences in Bhopal. So congratulations to the entire secretariat. Just some thanksgiving before I move with the awards. Of course, a person who called me out here, of course, the Secretary General of this conference, Aksa Khan. It's a very proud moment, because 1 month back, 1.5 months back, I was signing her certificate as the founder of my conference, and seeing her sign on my certificate is a proud moment. So it's of course, having her on board is always fun, of course. And of course, the head of EB Affairs, Zainab, and the entire secretariat who are here with us for the entire 2 days. Thank you so much. About the committee, UNHRC committee, we had 26 delegates. It was fun chairing the committee. There were a lot of first timers. And it was fun chairing the committee. The quality of debate was really good. So I'm moving to the verbal mention, and from there, my vice chair would actually announce the special mention, high commendation, and the best delegate award in no particular order. Um, these people missed out just by maybe 3-4 points for the special mention. So I did say that I'll announce these names in the award ceremony. So in no particular order, I would request you to please stand up. It's delegate of UAE 2, UAE 1, India, and Argentina. So they did really well in the committee, just 2-3 points here and there, and they could have made it there. So now I request my vice chair to announce the awards.
Thank you. So special mention award goes to USA, Delegate of USA. High Commendation Award goes to the Delegate of Australia.
Also, to special note, he's a first timer. He's a first timer in a committee. So
And the best delegate, I think everyone knows it. Yes, People's Republic of China.
Thank you so much. Now we have executive members of Lok Sabha to come up on the stage. Chairperson of Lok Sabha, Mr. Saksham Pandey, and Vice Chairperson of Lok Sabha, Karan Hingorani.
Hello, check. Hi guys, good evening. I see a little less of an enthusiasm, so let's give it out for EPS MUN. 3 cheers for EPS MUN. Let's have it, everyone. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! That's like it. So, before I get to the awards straight up, let me tell you one spectacular fact that Lok Sabha had about 14 delegates, and all 14 were absolutely fantastic. All of them spoke, all of them gave speeches, and believe me, it was a very hard time for me to actually give out the awards and select who's going to win what. I was planning to have 4 best delegates, but because of logistical constraints, I couldn't have that. Anyway, now, one thing that I want to tell everyone present here, to the winners and to the losers, I don't want to call them losers, but that's how it goes. कुछ नहीं बदल रहा. सूरज वहीं से निकलेगा, वहीं थमेगा. चिड़िया वहीं पे जगह जगाएगी, हरियाली वहीं पे रहेगी, बिल्डिंग यहीं पे रहेगी. बस दिमाग में आपके एक कीड़ा आ जाएगा कि यार मैं जीत नहीं पाया वो. और वो कीड़ा आपको रियलाइज करवाने लग जाएगा कि सब बर्बाद हो गया, डिसअपॉइंटमेंट आ गया लाइफ में। बट बिलीव मी व्हेन आई से इट कि 5 साल बाद जब मैंने 5 साल पहले जब मैंने अपनी पहली कॉन्फ्रेंस करी थी, आई वॉज क्राइंग बिकॉज मैंने शायद 2 दिन कॉन्फ्रेंस में एक बार बोला था। और आज मैं बहुत प्राउडली कह सकता हूं कि मैंने इस देश के तकरीबन 6 से 7 सर्किट पूरे के पूरे नाप लिए। तो डिसअपॉइंट नहीं होना है। यू माइट नॉट हैव वन द बेस्ट डेलीगेट ट्रॉफी, बट मैं इस बात का प्रॉमिस कर सकता हूं कि मेरे कमेटी में बैठे 14 के 14 डेलीगेट्स ने बहुत सारा कुछ सीखा है। एंड आई वांट ऑल ऑफ देम टू प्लीज रेज देयर हैंड एंड मेक मी रियलाइज वेयर दे आर सिटिंग। एवरीवन मुड़ के देख लो, ये जिनके हाथ ऊपर है, अगली बार ये सारे वेसल ले जाएंगे, मैं आपको लिख के दे सकता हूं। ऑलराइट, गेटिंग टू द वर्ड्स।
ये वाला क्यों दे रहे? मैं वही दे रही थी।
We have verbal mentions in no particular order. I request the verbal mentions to please rise on their seats and wave their hands at us. The verbal mentions are Nirmala Sitharaman and Adhiranjan Chaudhary. Thank you so much, guys. Next in order, we have the Honorable Mention Award. The Honorable Mention Award goes to Jyotiraditya Scindia. The Special Mention Award goes to Shri Shashi Tharoor. The High Commendation Award goes to Shri Jugal Kishore ji. Any guesses for the best delegate? The best parliamentarian? That's right, Asaduddin Owaisi.
Give them a huge round of applause, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Now, next we have board members of DISEC to come on the stage. Chairperson, Mr. Rahul Menon, and Vice Chairperson, Ms. Umra Asad.
Right, so hi everybody. Dissect, like I have no words for the committee. We had Rahul sir, who is amazing, hands down, though he couldn't be here. But our committee was like filled with first timers, and you do not expect such performance from first timers. Like they were amazing. Every one of them spoke, gave sustainable solutions to all the problems, and the debate was so fruitful that I cannot even tell. It was such a hard time for me and Rahul sir to decide the awards that finally we decided to give two best delegates, because that wouldn't do justice. Giving one best delegate wouldn't give justice. Now, starting with the awards, I will mention the verbal mentions. Please stand on your positions. Delegate of Russia, delegate of Cuba, delegate of UK, delegate of Saudi Arabia, and the delegate of New Zealand. Now, the special mention award goes to the delegate of Egypt. Sir, please come on the stage. The High Commendation Award goes to a delegate that had the best claims, logical claims in the whole committee, and the best arguments were presented by him. That goes to a delegate of Palestine. Now we have something called as the outstanding delegate or the best delegate 2. That goes to the delegate of Iran 1. Now, any guesses for the best delegate? Like Rahul sir was so impressed with this delegate that every time she spoke in the committee, Rahul sir would be like, she has the most logical and reasonable claims in the entire committee. That goes to the delegate of Turkey.
Give them a huge round of applause, everyone. Thank you so much.
Next up, we request upon the board members of International Press Photography Department on stage. Chairperson Pulkit Gandhir and Vice Chairperson Mr. Mohammad Adnan Khan.
Hi guys. Sir, as sir mentioned, it was about you upgrading your skills. I spoke with Zara prior to coming to the conference, and she said, "Ki, sir, I might not be able to give you quantity. There might not be enough delegates, but I'm assuring you quality." And that's something she stood up to her words. My delegates were less in number, but very qualitative. So coming up with the awards, I'll start with the verbal mention. Please stand at your place. It goes to Tanisha. Next up, I was asked to give only one award, but I couldn't just stop from giving these two awards. These two fine delegates were, very hard for me to choose and Adnan for both of us to choose. So we'll go with two awards. The special mention goes to Adnan. Adnan is standing right next to me. Goes to, what was his name? Azainuddin. And for the best delegate, I cannot just stop from looking at this trophy, but I would hand over the mic to my co-chair to give the award.
Hello everyone. So any guesses for the best photographer? Yes, it's Akif Khan. Please come on to the stage.
Also, in parts of the reflection, how my committee was, I believe the after movie would say it all.
Thank you so much.
Now, I call upon the board members of International Press Journalism Department on stage, Chairperson Ms. Zainab Khan and Vice Chairperson Ms. Aksa Khan.
Good evening. Can I have my delegates please stand up on their places? My committee, delegates, journalists, stand up. Am I not audible now? All right. Firstly, I would like to congratulate each one of you because likhna ज़्यादा मुश्किल होता है बोलने से. And observing, going into committees, then writing about it, being precise about it is very tough, and to frame it in a way which does not bore the readers is what international press is about. So, congratulations to each one of you. You were first timers, so I know the next time you go into a conference, you know how exactly the rules of procedures are. And with that, we again emphasize enough on the quality, and that was EPS MUN, which was synonymous to it. We have one best delegate, and my vice would be announcing the delegate.
Hello, everyone. So we just have the Best Delegate Award, and the Best Delegate Award goes to any guesses? Okay, it's Mohammad Mafaz Khan. Can we have a huge round of applause?
One thing that I found interesting in Mafaz's writing was he used actually wit, sarcasm, and that was very necessary to not make it boring. And that is how we could summarize all the committees in EPS MUN, that with sarcasm, nothing is boring, and with it, we get the quality. So thank you so much for it.
Thank you so much. Finally, I request the board members of Attack on Titan to come up on stage. Chairperson Ms. Iram Rain and Vice Chairperson Ali Javed.
Very good evening to everyone. First of all, thank you very much, Zahra, Aksa, Zainab Siddiqui, and the entire team of EPS MUN for having me here. I first came to EPS back in 2019 when I was in class 12th as a delegate. Aisha P was my chair. It's quite overwhelming to be invited back at a place where I can say that I started my MUN journey. Talking about the committee, as Litson sir stated, it's more about quality than quantity. It's better that you chair a committee with 15 people, 15 delegates, and all 15 of them speak, instead of chairing a committee with 40 delegates and hardly 15 of them speak. All my committee members were first timers, so I request you to please give them a huge round of applause for their commitment. So moving forward, verbal mentions will go to, please stand upon your places. Historia Rice, Amin Alert, Flock Foster, and Raina Brown. Moving forward with the special mention, we have Annie Leonhardt.
Next up, we have honorable mention. Please make your way up here. Levi Ackerman. And finally, best delegate. Please be aware that 95% of the committee were first timers. Yet this first best delegate spoke the best out of all of them. Please take the stage. Zeke Yeager! Tatakai! Tadake! Round of applause, please, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to the entire. Thank you to the entire executive board. Now, as we see the lights are switched off, so we move on to the post-conference movie. Now, we start. Now, I would like to present this short clip of entering the conference.
रजिस्ट्रेशन दिखाओगे ओपनिंग सेरेमनी स्टार्ट होने वाली है
Okay. Everyone, please be seated. I just can't describe in words. That was just amazing. Please, huge round of applause for our press. Okay. So I hope everyone enjoyed watching the clip. So now we would like to call on stage the Director General, Ayan Naseem, to give his thoughts on the event. Please welcome our Director General.
Thank you so much, Safa. Success is best when it's shared. To put your ideas into action, you need to have a ton of bravery and put in a ton of effort. We experienced ups and downs and have many untold stories from working non-stop to sleeping very little, but we overcame them. A special thanks to our senior school principal, Faraz sir, for his assistance and cooperation. We appreciate Fahim sir, Faizan sir, as well as Faiza ma'am, Bushra ma'am, Maria ma'am, Adnan sir, Hafiz sir, and Rafiq sir for their time and hard work. Without their guidance and efforts, everything would not have gone as smoothly. It would not be possible without the assistance of the entire team. The core, Aksa Khan, Alina Ali Khan, and Ayanul Hassan. And grade 12 students, as well as my colleagues, the decor team, chief advisor, financial team, marketing team, design team, EB affairs team, and all the OCs for doing their best to uphold their positions. It's amazing how so often the time taken to achieve success is forgotten. How frequently we forget what lies beyond the tip of the iceberg, the shadowy section underneath the water. But the part we don't see, the part full of failure, learning and progress is absolutely what makes success possible. If we have experienced that success today, it is because we have invested time, valued experience, and learned from our mistakes and failures. The purpose of EPS MUN was focused on what you take away with you, and that is the learnings that will help you become a better delegate and, most importantly, become a better thinker. It is said, don't compare yourself to anyone. Indeed, it is true, but not completely. Essentially, it is you who you should compare yourself to. Try to reflect what you were before this MUN and what you are now. If that comparison hold a difference and you have become something better than what you were 2 days before, indeed, this is an opportunity to realize that it's the consistent little efforts that bring and transform you into what you can become and gets you a step closer to what you want to be. At the end, I extend my congratulations to everyone who has learned new things, acquired new knowledge, raised their own level of proficiency, and of course, the award winners. Congratulations. I hope you will, as I will enjoy continuing learning through MUNs. Once more, many congratulations and appreciation to everyone who contributed to the success of EPS MUN Chapter 4. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ayan Naseem. So, we thank you for your participation and efforts placed in making this event successful. Now, we would like to call on stage the Secretary General, Aksa Khan, to give a few words of closure to the event.
Hello, everyone. I would like to thank our chief guest for blessing us for his presence, our principal sir and staff members for the constant support, the guest teachers, the executive board members, and of course the delegates for being here and making this conference a huge success. This conference is about you and everything you are capable of. And on that note, I, Aksa Khan, Secretary General, EPS MUN Chapter 4, hereby declare this chapter closed.
Thank you so much. Now, everyone present here can.
Okay, we'll end the session by a takbir. Takbir! 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 Thank you.
Thank you so much, audience, for your patience and hard work. So it was a great success. Now, please follow the instruction of OC members. They'll guide you to the respective transport vehicles. Thank you. And I would like to announce people who want to offer Maghrib Salah, please stay here.
Okay, who want to pray the